Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to the Literature Lighthouse. Are any of you all a little brother or a little sister? Do some of you have older siblings and you just feel tired of being the little sibling sometimes? Well, that's what our story is about today. It's a story called Big Sister and Little Sister by Charlotte Zolotow and pictures by Martha and Alexander. I hope you find some light, joy, and wonder through this really sweet story about a couple of sisters. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's read. Big Sister and Little Sister by Charlotte Zolotow, pictures by Martha Alexander. Once there was a big sister and a little sister. The big sister always took care. Even when she was jumping rope, she took care that her little sister stayed on the sidewalk. When she rode her bike, she gave her little sister a ride. When she was walking to school, she took the little sister's hand and helped her cross the street. When they were playing in the fields, she made sure little sister didn't get lost. When they were sewing, she made sure little sister's needle was threaded and that little sister held the scissors the right way. Big sister took care of everything, and little sister thought there was nothing big sister couldn't do. Little sister would sometimes cry, but big sister always made her stop. First, she'd put her arm around her, and then she'd hold out her handkerchief and say, "Here, blow." Big sister knew everything. "Don't do it like that," she'd say. "Do it this way." And little sister did. Nothing could bother big sister. She knew too much. But one day, little sister wanted to be alone. She was tired of big sister saying, "Sit here, go there, do it this way, come along." And while big sister was getting lemonade and cookies for them, little sister slipped away. Out of the house, out of the yard, down the road, and into the meadow where daisies and grass hid her. Pretty soon, she heard big sister calling and calling her. But she didn't answer. She heard big sister's voice getting louder when she was close and fainter when she went the other way, calling. Little sister leaned back in the daisies. She thought about lemonade and cookies. She thought about the book big sister had promised to read her. She thought about big sister saying, "Sit here, go there, do it this way, come along." No one told little sister anything now. The daisies bent back and forth in the sun. A big bee bumbled by. The weeds scratched her bare legs, but she didn't move. She heard big sister's voice coming back. It came closer and closer and closer. And suddenly big sister was so near little sister could have touched her. Big sister sat down in the daisies. She stopped calling and she began to cry. She cried and cried just the way little sister often did. When the little sister cried, the big one comforted her. But there was no one to put an arm around big sister. No one took out a handkerchief and said, "Here, blow." Big sister just sat there crying alone. Little sister stood up, but big sister didn't even see her. She was crying so completely. Little sister went over and put her arm around Big Sister. She took out her handkerchief and said kindly, "Here, blow." Big Sister did. And then the little sister hugged her. "Where have you been?" Big Sister asked. "Never mind," said Little Sister. "Let's go home and have some lemonade." And from that day on, Little Sister and Big Sister both took care of each other because Little Sister had learned from Big Sister, and now they both knew how. That was Big Sister and Little Sister. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope if you do have a big sister or a big brother, that you think about how you can be kind to them, just like they've shown you kindness. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.